Have you ever thought how the gladiator spectacles of ancient Rome driven the financial and economic advantage of the Roman elites? The giant Colosseum holding these events delivered massive revenues, political leverage, and great social control. But how is it related to the Indian Premier League? If ancient Rome had gladiators, today's India has got IPL, without the bloodbath, of course, but in a highly capitalist way.
There he goes. Has he got enough? No, I don't think so. He's gone.
Has won! Diamond! Diamond!
Oh, another one. It's headed the same way.
Russell to De Villiers. And there goes Russell from the...
My goodness me, that has gone a long way. Oh my word!
Bang! That's the biggest of the night.
Oh no,
Seems quite similar, right? Because IPL is the meeting point, a joint venture of some of the most powerful elements of the society, modeled in running a modern era gladiator-like spectacle. Now let's go one step ahead. On the background of sheer talent, extraordinary gameplay, India's cricketing prowess, all these have made IPL become the biggest experiment ground, as it also provides the jackpot of dopamine for millions and millions of ordinary Indian people, keeping them hooked, distracted, and begging for more. You understand what dopamine does? It intoxicates the mind and becomes the best crafted trick to push the ordinary Indian mind into hyper-consumerism. Since 2008, the tournament has been dropping hints. It predicted India's digital streaming obsession, turned fantasy leagues into a billion-dollar hustle, and even shaped how you talk and dress. In the context of IPL's journey, let us look back a little. How India has transformed in these 17 years. Number 1, per capita income. It was just $1,112 in 2008 when the IPL started, and now it is approximately nearing $3,000 in 2025. That is nearly a 164% stellar jump. Number 2, the size of the middle class. 17 years back, the size of India's middle class was just at 160 million, or 13% of the population. Now the middle class, as per the McKinsey report, is 600 million strong, or 44% of the current population. Observe carefully. This is where the inflection point lies. The sheer increase in number of Indian middle class. And then the internet penetration. You know what happened with internet in all the years in between. Now the penetration is 65%, or 900 million people of the Indian population, where more than half is from rural usage. And this is where the emperor of internet, Reliance Jio, played the biggest shot. Introduction of Jio was one such single move that has beaten flat all the combined effects of all the shots ever played in IPL. In fact, the future of IPL itself changed forever after the launch of Reliance Jio. IPL is undoubtedly the biggest experiment ground used by the most powerful elites of the country. where the sample testing size is of a magnanimous scale. Millions and millions of Indians immersed in a dopamine-intoxicated gladiator-like entertainment. This huge user base, deeply engrossed in the 2 months long entertainment, subconsciously becomes the best testing ground in the flow. Then you can carefully check who all are mostly glued to the daily progression of the tournament. Young people from lower to middle class, who are psychologically aspiring but materialistically deprived. First stop, the digital takeover. Back in 2010, IPL was the first major league to stream live on YouTube, when most of us were still on dial-up internet or just initial days of broadband. That move kick-started India's OTT revolution, which no one imagined. It had the IPL as the biggest pilot project for experimentation. Fast forward to 2016.
Outlining the plan for Rel Jio. Listen in.
We have always put the customer first. And if this means changing the industry, then we are prepared to do so. All voice calls for Jio customers will be absolutely free. Today, Jio's network already covers 18,000 cities and towns and over 2 lakh villages. I have no doubt that Jio and Jio-enabled Indians will create a whole new digital economy.
Reliance Jio drops in, Hotstar booms, and IPL viewership hits 500 million for the first time. It drastically changed the way we consume content. Out of nowhere, OTTs reigned supreme, shattering all records every year. So now you can guess, things like this can never be a coincidence. It is a design which became a high success. By 2025, IPL now is on every screen, as Jio has acquired Hotstar and the new Jio Hotstar emerged as a streaming behemoth. Now the critical part. To the Ambani family, popularity and success of their team, their own team, Mumbai Indians, is more like a marketing expense used for the bigger footprint and penetration of Reliance Jio. Flashback to 2013.
The arrest of these players blowing the lid off the spot fixing scandal in IPL.
BCCI की आपात बैठक होने वाली है। माना जा रहा है कि इस बैठक में स्पॉट फिक्सिंग के आरोपी तीनों दागी खिलाड़ियों पर आजीवन प्रतिबंध लगाने का फैसला किया जा सकता है।
The IPL was in hot water. Illegal betting scandals, spot fixing mess had jeopardized the existence of the whole tournament. But after that, what happened? IPL didn't just survive, it flipped the script. The concept of fantasy cricket stormed in a legal way, led by brands like Dream 11, which you see today.
कैसे भूल सकते हैं सर?
पाजी, फिर से चैंपियन बनने के लिए हमें भूलना पड़ेगा कि हम चैंपियन थे।
हर मैच पहले मैच जैसे खेलना पड़ेगा।
आहो।
It involved a huge marketing spend, but what was once a shady gamble became a legal, addictive game for millions. A shortcut money and more overflowing of dopamine, pushing people deeper in that same matrix. And now, Dream 11 is not just another app. It is the title sponsor plastered on Team India's jersey, which itself was born out of the same IPL craze. From underground deals to a billion-dollar empire, IPL turned a social vice into another great success, if you call it great. Again, which group gets in the same matrix? Young people from lower to middle class, psychologically aspiring but materialistically deprived. If you have watched till this part, now you must know why I compared the IPL with gladiator spectacle of ancient Rome. Every time you watch an IPL match, it is same as the Romans watching the gladiators fight.